Hola, Timothy Phoenix here, and welcome to my blog, which is all about rising from the flames of adversity to create your dream life using the law of attraction. Today, I've got a really special guest for an interview today. This is lovely Crystal. Say hi, Crystal.
Hello, how are you?
And Crystal, I actually just bumped into her, just met her yesterday for the first time. We're here in Koh Samui, or actually at Crystal's, what do you call this?
Vinyasa.
A bungalow, a hut.
This is Vinyasa.
Vinyasa?
Yeah, it's a place where people learn how to do yoga and everything. So this is my space I got to create for the last 10 days. Yeah.
And so you've been here on, what have you been doing exactly here? Who are you with?
Well, I was here on a yoga retreat with a group of yogis, and it's back in the state, and they're called More Do Yoga. It's a yoga studio back in Los Angeles, and it's a hot yoga class studio. And I work for the studio, but I'm not a yoga instructor yet. But we came here for this retreat. But a lot of the yogis didn't understand the flow of vinyasa. And this resort is so amazing because I study yoga, I teach yoga, this is the kind of yoga I teach is the Vinyasa yoga. Mm-hmm. So instead of going to my Moto yoga classes, I was coming to their classes here at this resort.
Right. I see. This is Vicasa, by the way. If you don't
Vicasa, yeah.
In Koh Samui, Vicasa Yoga Resort, where I spend a lot of my time. So I've seen Crystal around the last few days, and we've bumped into each other. What did you say to me again yesterday?
Well, yesterday I was watching this handsome man all through the 10 days I was here. And I'm like, well, he must be studying yoga, or he must be teaching it, or something. So I never saw him teaching it. I'm like, what is this man doing? So anyway, yesterday was my last day, full day. So I went for a 2-hour walk. But on my walk, I saw him. I said, now I'm going to say something to him. So I said to him, I says, hello, how was your day? And he went, and then I'm like, okay, he didn't say nothing. Then I kept walking, and then he looked back, and then he goes, me? I go, yeah, you. So that's how we clicked to pretty much right here. Yeah.
So we got talking, and Crystal's got an amazing story which I want to share with you about transformation. That's what I'm all about on this blog. And double whammy, she also preaches, but she lives the law of attraction. She understands it, and we're going to talk about that too. So, and by the way, the reason why I ignored Crystal is because she had sunglasses on, and we'd never spoken before. I thought she was looking passively at someone else. So there you go.
Yeah, and it was so cool because there was nobody behind him. It was just all about him when I said it. But you didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
That's right.
Right, let's talk about your story.
Okay.
The big one, the big transformation you have. First of all, what exactly is it that happened to you? And just tell your story, actually.
Okay, so this year, 10 years ago, in 2008, so this marks my 10th year anniversary with yoga. Yoga has saved my life. Okay, I had 9 pounds, 7. The husband, the wife, the 3 kids, and the 3 cousins, as the nurse or the doctor says, tumors that were implanted in my body, wrapped around my colon. And I was bleeding to death. And they said, one more, period, you're going to die. And you need to come and get this out. So I said, okay, dear Lord, please leave me with my ovaries and my uterus, and I will pray for my enemies one time and wipe my hands from them. So 10 years later, I'm on this beautiful island halfway around the world with this gorgeous man, okay?
Where?
That's what he did last night, yeah. And so I can honestly say I am tumor, fibroid free, and it's because of yoga. Yoga controls the mind where you have to meditate. Yoga stretches out all the anxiety that builds up in your soul that you have no control over, so you have to let it go somewhere. So that's what yoga has done for me. It has saved my life. Literally.
And how did you find out about it? I mean, what was it that made you start to even take yoga classes?
Well, the doctors told me that I had to do a lot of walking and all this stuff. And I said, no, I need to start running. I need to get back on the football field. I am the longest female football official internationally in the city of Los Angeles, but in the United States, I am the first woman to do international men's and women's football at the highest level. I was in Finland, I was in Sweden, Germany.
Sorry, when you say football, do you mean American football?
I mean American, like touchdown,
Okay.
and
See,
you throw the
most
flag.
people watching this might be thinking it's soccer.
Oh, soccer's a lot of running.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of running. And those referees, I pray for them every time they go out on that field. Because they have, well, we won't go there, but yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
that's a lot of, they'd probably do yoga too.
Yeah, they are fit.
Yeah, they are smoking hot, yeah. So, with that said, I had to get back on that football field. So yoga, I started taking yoga classes. You know, and I didn't know how flexible I was, but I remember my cheerleading days. They used to put me up in the splits. I'm like, what? Here I am, you know? So I fell in love with yoga. So now I have, on YouTube, I have yoga poses for officials, mostly lateral movements. I have yoga poses, a little tape for women who play golf, because I play golf, you know, you do it to cloth gloves, you know. So yoga is like, I've gone yoga crazy. I even have my own yoga logo. That's really cute too. Yeah.
What's your? Have you got a website, a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's on a YouTube channel. If you go Crystal Faye Nichols or just Crystal Nichols, you'll see it'll pop up yoga, you know, or 2016, the official pregame yoga warm up for men. And I even have yoga in a chair. And I inherited a beautiful cabin on the lake. I have me doing yoga on the dock with water surrounding me. I tell you, I went nuts with it. Yeah, because it saved my life. If you could imagine what those children look like in Africa with the big stomach and the screamy face, that was me. My mother was in tears. She's like, Crystal, you're not going to get through this. But we're going to pray and you're going to get through this. I said, Mom, I got this. The Holy Ghost is watching over us. I got this one. I lived through it.
Okay, that's an amazing story. Let's talk about the law of attraction.
Law of attraction. Before I want to talk about law of attraction, I think it's 90%, statistically 90% of African American women have this problem of fibroid tumors, and it has a lot to do with anxiety and the foods that you eat and stuff like that. So that's one thing that women of all ethnics, but you see the beautiful Chinese women here and the people around, they have no problems with their stomach because they're eating right, their mind is at peace. Oh, they're just like amazing. So you see the different transmission of different women in parts of the United States versus here is that these women are in control of their soul. And that's what prevents fibroid tumors, when you're in control and loving yourself. I've learned to love myself again.
It's true. We've all it's at the heart of everything, I think.
Yeah.
That love. I mean, it has to start with you, and that's something that I've learned as well. You know, I used to hate myself until just a few years ago. Always wished I was someone else. Even wished I was a different colour at one point. Yeah, because I experienced a lot of racism when I was younger.
Right.
So I would have done anything to have been a different colour, white. But
being on this island, being around these people, really have changed your mindset, right? Good karma.
Before then, I've changed a couple of years ago.
Okay.
It was realising that first of all, it was starting to love myself first.
Okay.
And understanding that I've got to find that love for myself before I can draw it towards me from anyone else.
Oh, yeah.
And understanding that we've got the power within us to change whatever we want in life, and we can heal ourselves, we can create great lives, but it all starts within. So that was it for me. Being out here is just, it's magnified everything, if you like. So before I came here, my life wasn't in a great place, but internally I felt better about myself, and I was loving myself. Being out here, being around an amazing environment, being around amazing people who are yogis, most of them, but these people that they're on that same pathway as me, and we're all kind of we're nice people generally. Who are here. Most of us have had our struggles, and we've managed to turn it around. Some of us through yoga, some of us through personal development, but it's all really about finding that love for yourself within, I think.
That's cool.
And that then draws to you other like-minded people, which I believe is the law of attraction.
Right.
And so that's what being here has done for me. It's kind of magnified everything and made those attractions. They're coming like almost on a daily basis now.
Really?
That's where I believe, you know, we were attracted to each other in that way, because I believe that's the law of attraction. I just think it just draws. I'm meeting people like Crystal a lot now. Maybe not with quite such an incredible story, but they've all got their own stories.
Right.
And I'm meeting people like this all the time, which is why I'm doing these interviews quite a lot now. So that's, yeah, it's the law of attraction for me. So I know you believe in it.
Yes. Yes.
Can you give me, first of all, what do you think it is, and how do you think it, if you can perhaps try to explain it?
Law of attraction, when you're angels like both of us, yeah, we're angels. That's part of being. So when you're angels like us, you're going to get a lot of energy coming your way. But you have to be smart enough and wise enough to know which energy that you're going to take in that's going to benefit you, or you're going to maybe go out on just a little bit of a limb, like I said hello to him, to see if my intuitions about this gentleman who I've seen for the last 10 days was what I thought, and it was. But I didn't know it was this great. You know what I mean? But I felt a good energy from it. So you, like they say, you pick and choose your battles. You pick and choose the people that you let in, the spirits that you let in. And then when you let them in, then just be calm for a minute, and then you'll see what gifts they have to offer, or what gifts that you can offer them. And anytime you can give a gift of knowledge or a gift of wisdom, those are brownie points from the Holy Ghost in Lord Jesus Christ. Whatever religion you believe in, it's a gift that you will receive when you least expect it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you had any major experiences that you want to talk about with the law of attraction?
Well, you know, law of attraction happened when I was a child, and I wasn't aware of it because I don't even know if the book was out, or I was reading that level of book. But I got a chance to meet, well, our family, we were coming home from the cabin. We always go something every, summer, because summer only lasts 4 months out of the winter months in Michigan. And the radio was on, and they said that 4-H Club, Arthur Ashe, Coca-Cola, at the park around the corner from the house, free tennis lessons, be a part of the group. Man, I couldn't wait to get out of that car. I went up there, was taking tennis classes, and for the last 4 years was playing, competing and stuff. And then Arthur Ashe would pop up and appear, and he was such a humble spirit. And
by the way, sorry to stop you, but some people might not know who Arthur Ashe is. They should do.
Yeah.
But if you don't, who is he?
Arthur Ashe is one of the famous first black tennis players in the United States of America.
Yes.
Yes.
And he was the first really well-known black anything tennis player.
Black anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this man could have been, first of all, his spirit was so pure. And I'm going back, and I might be looking into the blue waters here because I'm visualizing. But I got a chance to take a picture with him, and the picture was on the front cover of our state journal paper back in Lansing, Michigan, in the sports section. And he was such a humble, sweet man. He could have been the first black president of the United States.
Yeah, he was very into politics, wasn't he? That's what I heard.
Yes, he was so powerful, and his wife, his family, everything was just, perfect. It was so perfect. It was just too good to be true. This perfect human being actually walked this earth. You know what I mean? With that said, and how he passed was, back then they weren't testing the blood, and they injected him some poison blood. Come on, and he died.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to die, by the way.
How long ago is that now? 20 years, something like that? You died? Is it that long?
I'm going on my 40th class reunion next year. So we're saying he passed away at least maybe 10 years after that. Time's going by fast, though. It was really sad how he passed. But then they named the stadium after him, and so we still see and feel his spirit on this planet.
Yeah, I think it's the largest stadium in the world, tennis stadium in the world, Arthur Ashe Stadium.
In New York?
In New York, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Where they have the US Open, I think it's got the biggest capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's had that named after him.
Yeah.
But you got to meet him?
I got to meet him. It was he just took all of us kids, under his umbrella. And his 4-H Coca-Cola lasted for a good about 4 years. Yeah, and then he went on to other things. But the whole thing is that he went in the neighborhood and got us playing tennis all around the United States of America. It was just my little hometown. He got everybody into it. So so that's what he opened up everybody's eyes to it.
And of course, at the time, it was like almost exclusively white, wasn't it? People.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And there was a lot of racism around it as well. Yeah. It's very much considered black people were excluded from tennis and tennis clubs in particular in the United States on that.
Yeah.
Back then, so it was a big deal.
A lot of things happened back then.
Big deal.
Even golf, back then, African Americans, they could only play certain times of the day or certain times of the day
Really?
of the week. Yeah, So my mom taught my dad how to play golf. Okay, and so here I am. Both parents are deceased, so I taught myself how to play left-handed golf, and I had this vision that I was going to be on the women's senior tour, right? 30 years ago I said that. Now there's a women's senior tour. Now I'm in a golf setting with a golf club with a bunch of ladies, and you're going to love this. The woman who won the PGA Tour is from Thailand.
Oh, is she?
Yes! And I was in California watching the LAPG Tour at the Wheelchair Country Club, and I got this pass from my women's group, and I got to watch this woman play golf. Give me about another week later, I'm looking how she's playing sudden death, and she won. It was like, yes, she's the first Thailand woman in the whole country, in the world, Thailand, to win women's golf. And this woman is a beautiful woman. She's not skinny Annie or anything like that. She's her own woman, and it doesn't matter how big size you are with golf. Shoot, if you got 90% mental focus, 10% whatever body swing, whatever, it's on. Yeah, so being here, I played golf. And I went to the golf club, not to where she played golf, I'm sure. But I can honestly say I played golf in Thailand, just like the lady who won the LAPG Tour here. Yeah. So I think that's a law of gravity,
Attraction. Yeah, sure.
I honestly think that, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, you would say you don't perhaps... Do you actually consciously try to manifest things? Like deliberately, or is it just... You just put your intention out there and it happens?
Well, a lot of times I've been told that I'm blessed, that if I concentrate, I can tell you what you want to know. I have certain little powers, but, I'm not going out selling it to anybody or anything. But what I've learned...
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, but what I've learned to enhance your vision is that when you go to bed at night, make sure you remember your mom and dad say, make sure you put your clothes out at night. So when you wake up, you can just put it on, right?
Okay.
So I know exactly what I'm going to wear to the airport today. I know exactly how things are going to look. So that frees your mind, so your mind can open up to whatever's supposed to come in. So the more that you visualize how you want to look and how you want to be, because flying over here, I had a vision how this place looked, and I'm like, it's going to be too good to be true for me to be here, first of all. And then when I was flying over, I looked at the plane, I took the picture, I was like, whoa, this is where I'm going to be. And then when I landed, it was like, oh, I had to just suck it all in. Yeah, this is paradise. This island is a very magical, spiritual island.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, a lot of people feel that, that there's some kind of energy here. You were saying the other day, it interested me, about the mermaids.
Yes!
Explain about, there's a statue, it's just over here somewhere, we can't really see it, so I can't show you, but there's a statue of a mermaid on some rocks by the ocean here at Picasa.
Yes, and my first yoga class was up in the hills, and I'm looking down at this mermaid, and I almost was, what? That's a mermaid! And so she's standing up there so elegant and stuff, and I was doing my yoga classes, and I had visions of poses that I was going to do all around this mermaid, and I did them. I can't wait to show you these poses. I took a photo of me with this mermaid. It's on Facebook. If we ever become Facebook friends, I really was all over that mermaid in yoga poses. And then afterwards, I said a prayer. I felt her spirit. I said a prayer to her, and thanked her, allowing me to hold me up through this, because I was doing some wild stuff. So, but yeah, she's like, how you see Jesus Christ, the cross and everything. That's the spirit of the island, that mermaid.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You said to me that you felt some sort of energy from her. Can you
Yes.
explain that?
Well, the energy I felt from her was powerful in a way of hold on to your visions and start loving yourself more and focus on Crystal so you can be ready for the next journey that is in store for you. You got to let all the bad energy, just leave everybody alone. All these people, just leave them alone. And for once in your life, Crystal, focus on Crystal. It's not a selfish thing. You don't want to get sick again. Love yourself, love yourself. And that's all I kept feeling from her, was just start loving yourself more,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what she says to anybody else, but I brought my girlfriend, who's a yogi here, and she was taking some amazing pictures. I took some pictures, smoking hot, and she says, yeah, I felt her too, but she didn't tell me what she experienced. I'm sure it was something different. But and she was a white girl, and she was gorgeous. I mean, she was just all over the beach. So she felt something too. We both. It wasn't just me. Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to have to go down there and check this statue. I actually haven't been to that statue.
You haven't?
There's another one. There's a dragon one, which I've been to. Did you see the dragon?
Is that by the pool?
It's just down here.
No, I haven't seen the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon's, it's around here somewhere. Yeah. But there's a mermaid and there's a dragon.
Right.
I've been to the dragon, but not been to the mermaid. So I'm going to check the mermaid out.
Yeah.
See what the energy's like down there.
Yeah.
So yeah, were there any other things that you would say the law of attraction has brought to you? Any major things you can think of?
Well, I've met some amazing people through my journeys through life. I grew up with a gentleman named Irvin Johnson. You guys know him as Magic Johnson.
Not everyone knows who Magic Johnson is.
Yeah.
He's a basketball player.
Basketball player. And
He was a basketball player.
I think my journey of law of attraction kind of started after Dr. J. No, not Dr. J. After Arthur Ashe. That's when I started. I was a Pop Warner cheerleader, and Irvin Johnson was a Pop Warner football player. He was a football player. His hair and everything. And then from there, we became friends. And he would come and pick me up. But one time the first time he picked me up, he kept beeping the horn. And my father, I says, Daddy, Irvin's out there. I got to go. He says, no, you're not going out there. He's going to come and knock on the door. He might leave. No. So my father made me sit still, because anything my father told me I did. So I had to knock at the door. Sure enough, Irvin comes in, and my father says, don't you ever beat for my daughter again. Yes, sir, Mr. Nichols. Yes, sir. So he opened up the door. Now, how many points did you score the other night? And talking stuff. Another amazing man I got to meet was Dr. J.
Okay. Dr. J?
Dr. J is an NBA basketball player.
Okay. I don't know who Dr. J is.
You don't know who Dr.
Magic
J is?
Johnson is relatively well known outside
era.
of the States. We know the name, but
Okay.
it's not really big where I'm from anyway, not the UK. But Magic Johnson was one of the most famous basketball players ever, if not the most famous and best. This guy I don't know though.
Dr. J. Dr. J was, I would say, was Irvin's one of his mentors. Have you heard of Larry Bird?
I've heard of Larry Bird.
Okay,
yeah. He was a white basketball player.
Yeah. In
back
Boston.
in the 70s. Right?
Yeah, same era with Irvin. Well, Dr. J was you heard of Wilt Chamberlain?
I've not.
No? Okay, so Dr. J was one of the, I think he was like one of the guys that started from the free throw line, extended, and came all the way up and dunked.
Okay.
He started the dunking.
All right.
Of all the dunks in basketball. Yeah. So I got to meet this man through Irvin on a road trip that my father allowed me to go, and they were signing the Converse shoe the ball, Larry Bird and Irvin Johnson, they had that Spalding. Yeah, so I got to be there. And the amazing experience was, we were walking in this room, all these people stood up and started roaring, and Irvin squeezed my hand so tight, I said, sit down, you're hurting me, sit down. And he was like, what's going on? He'd never seen this. And I said, it's because of you. It's because of you. Now sit your ass down, I said to him. And he sat down, and everybody sat down. And I said, see, Irvin? See, it's because of you. Getting back to the law of attraction, when my dad always say, when you prepare yourself for opportunities, you got to prepare yourself for opportunities, then success will come. So, you know, my dad promised me 3 things before he passed. He says, learn, go practice your religion, which is Catholic. I'm a Eucharist minister, lector at church. Go home for Christmas, take care of your mother for Christmas, which she has passed, but learn how to play some golf. So I'm on this golf adventure now, because that's all I have left, is to play golf and honor my parents like that. But the law of attraction, getting back to that, is would you keep your mind at peace? Like I said, it's going to come to you. But you got to recognize which one you want to engage into. That's what it's all about.
I always describe that as being in alignment with what you really want.
Yeah.
So when your mind is clear, obviously, of all the crap that's around there and the stories that you tell yourself, once you've got to sort that out first and find that love for yourself. And then when you're ready to get in alignment with what you really want to do with you, it's golf, obviously, and living from your heart.
Not necessarily. As soon as I land in LA, I have a photo shoot, a modeling gig. I went out for this audition like a month ago, didn't hear from them, didn't know I got it, hooked up the Wi-Fi here. Crystal, congratulations, what? So as soon as I get off the plane, literally, I have to go right to the studio and take pictures. And with you, who knew who you were? I thought you were a yogi. I thought you were a teacher. Look at who you are. And I'm writing my book too. Yeah. So it's like, I didn't ask for you, but you came. But it was a good thought. I mean, you know, sometimes you don't have to ask for something. You are my gift. You are my gift.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Remember
you're
I said
my
gift?
as well.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? How you receive gifts when you're doing the right things.
This is what I'm trying to say. Once you get into alignment, opportunities and people become drawn to you.
Okay.
And then it's up to you whether you take them or not. You've got to take a little bit of a risk sometimes. Like you just said hello, you took that chance, said hello to me. You know, and those opportunities then become more prevalent in your life. Yeah. When you are more at peace with yourself, and you know what you want, and you're striving to get that. Whereas most people, they're fearful of that, or they don't believe they can get what they really want. Yeah. As soon as you get into alignment, like I am, being out here, I'm doing my writing, then the opportunities and people come. And they just, you don't have to ask for them. It's like I do deliberately and consciously put my thoughts out there and intentions out there, and do deliberately try to manifest stuff, and I get that. But I also get even more than that. I don't even have to do anything. People like this, just like Crystal, just show up, and these opportunities are there. So, you know, especially since I've been here. Yeah. It's really gone pretty crazy since I've come out here.
Well, I can honestly say that I've tried so hard to get to the NFL as a football official, and I see myself out there. And in 2012, the officials went on strike, and the NFL asked me, would I come and be a part of their, you know, breaking the rules, so to speak. And I told them, I'm going. And so they picked two girls. So they let her go out on the football field and actually officiate. But I had so many other mentors saying, don't let her go, don't let her go. It says, Crystal, we're not letting you go because we don't want to ruin your reputation. So, but now I can still referee. And some of those people who went out there, they're not anymore. But I still have a chance to be in that world. At least I feel that I want. But the good thing is I can still go on the football field and referee still. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I always wanted to get to the NFL. That's something I manifest. I came close enough to it, so that might be the end of my journey with it. Or who knows, I might get another shot.
I think you will. I think you will. I think keep working on it, keep trying to manifest it. I'm sure it will come to you, because from what I gather from hearing your story,
Yeah.
you are manifesting stuff because of your positivity and the way your thoughts are, and the fact that you're taking action
Yes.
as well, and you're going for things, and there's not that fear there, I think, that most people have. Yeah, there might be some, but you could try to push through that. You know? And for me, that is the law. That is the law of attraction. You know, and for me, it sounds to me that all these incredible people that you're meeting in the sports world, that's because you have a love for it and a passion for it, and you're going for it. You're in alignment with that, and you stay there and you stay positive.
Yeah.
And that's what draws more to you. That's what gets the positive side of the law of attraction working for you.
Yeah.
So for me, you're like the embodiment of it. from what I can see. That's why I'm so glad I've bumped into you and I've got you talking.
Are you so glad I said hello to you?
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
You're so glad I was flirting a little bit.
Yes, I am. I really appreciate you coming on and taking the time out of your day to come and talk, and I hope the story resonates with some people. I definitely think it will, because it's resonated with me for sure.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to say thank you to everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, so we want to hear from you, really want to connect with people. Don't forget to share this with anyone you think might find it of interest and might help them. And don't forget to subscribe, timothyphoenix.com, timothy.phoenix on Instagram. And yeah, I'll see you again for, I've got lots more interviews and manifestations coming up soon, so check them out. Hasta luego.
Namaste.